In the following segment, we're going to be talking about do's and don'ts of Countdown. So, if you know these, don't worry about the video, but if you're brand new to the game or to Countdown, please take this advice seriously. Very seriously. Thank you. So, first off, we're going to talk about how to set up a Countdown, which should be very simple. Some people don't know. Some people think you got to go to the chopper. You can easily just go to your map, go to here, and select. Now, if you have a big group above 4, say 5 players or more, you want to create a countdown. If you have 4 people, that's including yourself, all you'd have to do is do a start matchmaking. Now, if you say have 6 or 7, you can create a countdown and then you can search for players. If you're solo or only have a 4-man, just start matchmaking. It's basically that simple. A lot of people get that misconstrued. You can get other people. Now, once you have start matchmaking, you will get an invite, or you'll be in a group and you've started your own. Accept the invite. First thing you're going to do is you're going to hit your start button and you're going to check to see if you're the host. If you're the host, you'll have that little crown right beside you. If you're not the host, you don't have to start it. If you are the host, like this guy up here, you're going to have to wait for a group of 8 and hit X to start it. If you don't, people will start to leave because you're not starting the countdown. As you can see, we're sitting here waiting. This is a don't. Make sure you're the host. If you're not the host, no big deal. But you need to make sure if you are or not the host. And you see, we're sitting here waiting, 8 players, just waiting and waiting and waiting. And it's just going to keep on waiting because dude does not realize he's the host. So, if you're new to the game, don't do this. Make sure you're the host. And if you're not the host, no big deal. You can see we just lost 2 people. We gained more people, but he's not starting it. Now, once you've started a match, you're going to get this. It's going to come across. It will even tell you what the enemy is right here on the spot. So listen very carefully. A lot of people don't know this. Now, once it actually starts, the first thing your team is going to do is start at a certain spot. You'll either be at the bottom or you'll be at the left. I'm going to hit your map button, and you're going to go to the nearest red circle you can go to. The other team is going to do the same. You want to go there. Do not select administration or something like that. Go to these. Get the hunters. The hunters have the better loot. Get those hunters. Get these boosts to help your team out. Okay? That's the first thing to do. Then go do missions. Now, we have a low-level bunch of guys. This is a big don't. Okay? I've got gameplay right here, and what I want y'all to notice is this. You're going to run to the hunters once all the other missions are done. You have about technically 4 minutes, and it takes about a minute to get over there. So if you can get to the loot box, you know where it's at, grab your loot and just go. Do not go looking at your loot while you're running around. Make sure you only have about 80 items in your character so you can just grab and run and look at the loot when you're done. When you're over here and you got hunters and you have a bunch of low levels, no one above 1,000, you know, you have a bunch of these guys, don't be this dude over here to my left. Watch the hunters, see which way they go. As you can see, this level 4 is just rushing in there. Watch what happens.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up. Whack!
Now, another important thing to remember is don't everybody go one direction on these hunters. Split your groups up and go side to side. One group left, one group right. Okay? Now, as you can see, whoever the host was did not put enough large levels on one team. That's fine. When you're at this spot, y'all should be half and half. The big numbers on one side, another big numbers on the other side, small numbers on one side, and a few small numbers on the other side. Left to right. Get them pinched. Okay? As you can see, all these little low levels are going down because they don't have a whole lot of armor or weapon damage. Now, that's not on them. They're trying to get loot just like everybody else is. That's fine. But make sure you're playing cover-based then, if you're going to do that. Use the cover. Now, as you can see, these ads are going to drop in here right between us. Nobody decides to shoot them except for me. Everybody's more focused on the hunters. Then they realize, oh crap, there's ads that just jumped in between us. When this happens, the hunters will push out. As you can see, people start dropping. We got a guy who's way in the back who dropped. I go to pick him up. When I do this, a large level, guess what happens? Everybody starts falling because all the low levels pretty much went down. So my job is to get as many people as I possibly can so they don't die and then get the hunters. Now the biggest problem everybody does is, you see my timer up on the top left? If you've got almost all the hunters killed by then, everybody calls the rope. Do not call the rope until the last 10 seconds. So I notice I'm watching my countdown. I've got 40 seconds right now. 40 seconds to get as many hunters and as many ads as possible. I'm literally doing this entire thing solo at this point. I've got 2 other teammates. I rush in and I realize everybody's almost dead. I've got to call this rope. So I took the sacrifice to call it because everybody's going down. And pray to God someone gets me up. Thank you. But as you can see, everybody's starting to go down and go down and go down. Then that's when I realized there's no call outs. No one's on a mic. And I realized why everybody's going down. There's a hunter behind us because he pushed out, because everybody was on one side. You have to split your teams up half and half or this will happen a lot. The other thing is to remember, you must call an extraction. I will die right here, but the one thing you have to remember is you must call an extraction. Okay, do not let it just fly off. Now, everybody keeps asking where this mask is. It is right here in this spot. If you have all the apparel, this is where it is located. It is in this spot right here. Now, where it's at on the seasons, it is right here. You will have to buy it. Okay, it is bought through this $10.